Hi, I'm Tanya Bryant with Crow and Dunleavy's Labor and Employment Group, here to bring you the COVID-19 weekly recap for employers. This week, I'd like to bring to your attention the CDC's interim guidance recently released. This guidance pertains to critical infrastructure workers. This guidance comes as part of an effort to keep the critical workforce working and companies open for business. The CDC now says essential workers who've been exposed to COVID-19 can stay on the job while monitoring their symptoms. Previously, the guidance called for workers to isolate from home for 14 days after potential exposure or actual exposure. This is a very important message for essential businesses in Oklahoma. And as employers, you have probably already identified whether your business is within a critical infrastructure sector as listed in Governor Stitt's executive orders and defined by the United States Department of Homeland Security. Now, before I jump into the suggested safety practices, let's make sure we all know what the CDC means by potential exposure. It means being a household contact or having close contact within 6 feet of an individual with confirmed or suspected COVID-19. The time frame of contact includes 48 hours before the person became symptomatic. Now let's get to the safety practices, which are broken down into 5 categories. The first category, pre-screen. Do temperature checks before the employee enters a facility and assess the employee's symptoms. Second category, regular monitoring. As long as the employee does not have a temperature or symptoms, employees should self-monitor under the supervision of the employer's occupational health program. Third category, wear a mask. Employees should wear a face mask at all times while in the workplace for 14 days after their last exposure. Number 4, keep practicing social distancing. Maintain 6 feet from others as work duties allow. And lastly, disinfect and clean workspaces often. This means offices, bathrooms, common areas, electronic equipment, and even elevator buttons. Of course, if the employee becomes sick while at work, they should be sent home immediately. The CDC guidance lists additional considerations for employers and also has some printable safety flyers for the employer and employees. It must be noted that the CD guidance is not the law, but it is intended to assist state and local officials. Because the COVID-19 environment is so unique to employers and rapidly changes, we anticipate continuing guidance to assist employers that are within the critical infrastructure. You can go to cdc.gov and click on Guidance under the tab Coronavirus Disease 2019 for more information. As always, it's important to seek specific guidance from experienced employment counsel concerning your business's specific situation. Stay safe, everyone.